So they took all the seats out except for the driver's seat, obviously. Bet you guys have never seen a Hellcat Durango look like that. Wow.
Carbon fiber. This is what happens when you want to spend almost $2,000 on a bottle.
Well, Dick, here's the deal. I'm the best there is, plain and simple. I mean, I wake up in the morning, I piss excellence. Thank you. And nobody can hang with my stuff. Just a big, hairy American winning machine. If you ain't first, you're last. You know what I'm talking about?
Hello, I'm Jensen. What's going on, everybody? Hope you're having a great day. If you're new to the channel, make sure you like and subscribe. So obviously, I'm in the Drift Cat. I'm on my way to Overkill Performance right now to meet up with Josh and everyone from Team Overkill. We're going to the Sacramento Raceway today. I hope you guys are liking the drag racing stuff as much as the drifting stuff. So let me know in the comments down below. But I'm pulling up at Overkill now. Josh is over there checking the whips out, making sure everything's good to go. And then we're gonna head over to Sac Raceway, so let's go. So we got a little bit of everything here today. Durango, Hellcat, TRACKHAWK, Chargers. A bunch of stuff going to the drag strip today. Crazy, and that's not stock either. I think that's the OP 950 package. Hello? What's up, bro?
Another day in paradise, huh?
Yes, sir.
Getting ready to go to the track, see how the drag races do it. You know what? It's like, I feel like, you know, hitting the drift pits is more like, it's more chaotic.
Yeah, for sure. This is a lot more organized.
This is like that's like street ball. This is like, you know, more like organized ball.
A sanctioned event.
Fun, that's fun too, you know. But like, this is like, it's different. So like, this is a test and tune. So basically, the difference between a test and tune is usually this is a private rental. So we'll rent out the track. That way, when we go to the track, there's only going to be maybe 30, 40 people max. So 20 to 40 people maximum that's racing.
Not waiting in line all day.
Not waiting in line. And then we also make sure that there's rules. Like, you can't bring no street tires. You can't, like, you can't just go because you want to go, right? You know, you got to have a car or vehicle at that level of power, because what will happen is if the vehicles are braking all the time, or if the vehicles don't got the right tires, it'll start ruining the track and the time for everybody that paid all that extra money. So exactly. I think the biggest thing that you'll be able to see today is a more calm version of how it is to race. You know, we'll get you to a couple of these private rentals. They'll give you a chance to kind of get there, relax, have some fun,
get used to that world a little bit.
Yeah, because then when you're actually racing for an event, it's a little bit more hectic, because there's usually an event stacked with like a car show, stacked with, you know, because you probably been at the drift pit while they were drag racing.
Exactly.
And they got a car show. So it's like from this time to this time is the drag racing, then from this time to this time is the drift pit, then from this time to this time is the car show. So they rush you. Yeah,
you're on a time schedule the whole time.
So that's when you better be used to your car, because you ain't gonna get no extra time.
No leeway at all.
Yeah, so we about to park this, top up all the fluids, change a couple maps, drain out some of this E85, and then we'll head out to the track.
And this has the OP 950 package, right?
This one has the OP 950, the OP 950. So it doesn't have the OP suspension package, because they don't have that available for the Durango, but we did do some stuff to the suspension. We should be able to get some 1.4s. We'll see what it'll do. We'll see what it'll do. There's limitations to it, and he doesn't have the upgraded axles, because as you know, those are back ordered for a long time. So
for sure,
you know, if we break an axle or something stupid, I wouldn't be surprised. Like, I already talked to Torin, he already knows what's up. We're waiting for the axles, but we want to still get the test in. Yeah, and that's the thing, is just
if it happens, it happens.
It happens. You know, that's part of racing.
It happens.
Part of racing. So you know, we ain't trying to blow the thing up, but yeah, it's just like they say, Rubbins racing. When it comes to drag racing, if you're not braking, you're not trying hard enough. So, you know, we're gonna push the limits and see what it does.
Hell yeah.
And then the other TRACKHAWK we got is gonna be on NITROUS.
Yeah, I'm excited to see how these things do.
Yeah.
Big old boats.
Let's get these 22 4Gs out here.
For Big old 22-inch 4Gs, a little heavy. Fancy.
Oh yeah. So this is it's called a bottle bath. So basically what this is used for is, so you take your nitrous bottles, nice
Wow.
carbon fiber. This is what happens when you want to spend almost $2,000 on a bottle. But it's super
Jesus.
lightweight, 12-pounder.
I've never seen that before.
Yeah, this
That's crazy.
This is gangster level. So this is actually for my TRACKHAWK because it has nitrous and twin turbo going in. Because why not? You know. But yeah, so this basically you fill these with water, and a lot of people don't use these. You know, you see people out there with
torches and stuff.
And I mean that's old school. That's the way we used to do it. You know, but there are real tools for that. Like you're not supposed to have to use a torch. So this is actually a bottle bath. So basically what you do with it is you're gonna have a gauge on your, you know, your bottles or whatever it is, and you can actually set it up to the little power supply. You fill this with water, right? And there's a heater element in here. So basically, literally what it's gonna do is gonna boil this water almost. And so you put the bottles in there, and it maintains the temps. So then when you're done, you pull this out of there,
Put it right in the car.
Yeah,
Good to go.
you don't have to sit there. And plus, when you have high-end bottles, you don't want to be setting this on fire.
Yeah, for sure.
It's actual carbon fiber.
That's crazy.
It's
You can
not just
see all
carbon
the
fiber. Look,
all the
like,
like threads and shit.
This bottle weighs about, I'd say about 8 to 10 pounds lighter than what the normal bottles will.
Wow.
So, but I mean, they cost double the amount, but it's worth it. But yeah, so that's how you do that. And also, like, did you get a chance to see the bottles for the other one?
Yeah, the Gap sauce.
Did you get a chance to record it?
Yeah.
You did?
Gap Daniels. And that's for this TRACKHAWK? Yeah.
Yeah, so
the
those
Gap
ones,
Daniels.
Anytime you have something like that where you have like a custom bottle, you can't heat it up like that either.
That's true.
Right? So this is the way you're supposed to do it. But you know, the issue is that sometimes you're at the track and you don't have power supplies. You know, so that's another reason why people use.
Well, don't they have the power outlet in the back?
Yeah, the TRACKHAWKs. The
Oh, well.
TRACKHAWKs and the Durangos have little plugs.
You're set. So they took all the seats out, except for the driver's seat, obviously. A little bit of weight reduction to go with the Gap Daniels Gap sauce. I like it. What package does this red TRACKHAWK have?
So this would be, I mean, you get to a certain point where they're not really packages, right?
Yeah.
Because this one has a built motor, and it has a you know, nitrous system. So I mean, at this point, it's just more or less a race setup. You know what I'm saying?
Little custom stuff here and there.
Yeah, and just kind of, yeah. I don't really think you could really call it anything. Like, it's only got a 265 upper pulley. So this is a 265 upper, 10% lower, which is just like our the same as our 2.5 upper.
All right, I'll see it.
And then other than that, everything else is just kind of when you want to go above and beyond that, right? Because
Yeah, like I've seen it's got the Kong throttle body and stuff.
yeah, so the Kong throttle body, that's a similar to what we use in all the other kits too. So we use Kong and Gearhead Fab. But I mean, all those are just Wilson Racing throttle bodies. They're all made by the same company. So that's the thing you'll find out with a lot of stuff is you'll see different parts, and they're the same parts. They're just made by a different company.
Okay.
So yeah, I mean that's pretty much how those ones are. And you know, other than that, I think the biggest thing with this one is just going to be testing out the nitrous system. We didn't put the nitrous system in it, so
I was going at a different shop.
yeah. So this car is actually from out of state. So this one was
Okay.
shipped to us from way up north. So we usually what it is we get a lot of cars that come from. It's basically like people that'll spend their money and the results won't be what they want them to be, or you know, if they're, you know, because originally it's like if you're too far away, it's easier to just get it done locally where you're at. But then you realize that it's you save money in the end to just ship it out, get it done right the first time,
and I have to
and then
replace
not have to
it.
do it.
Yeah.
But you know, this client, he's a really good dude. He'd been talking for a while. Actually, we built the TRACKHAWK that's the fastest in his region.
Okay.
And so this one definitely is gonna be faster than that one, just because that one is, I mean, he's running 9.8s, but stock motor, factory blower, stock trans, like pretty much bolt on, you know, basically our pure OP 950 package and suspension package on that car. And then straight up, his first pass was a 9.8. 9.8 with a 140 60 foot.
Damn.
You know, so it's just, it's to this point now where that's why I said I don't even argue with people over stuff. People can say whatever they want, but you're not going to get those results from any other package. Period.
Yeah.
Period. Right? And so it's like, and there's more to it than just a package. It's just the knowledge of everything. You know, it's just like we got this vehicle and it wasn't shifting right and it wasn't doing a bunch of things, but see, the client didn't know, right? Because you're only going to be as good as the experience that you have, and you can't blame the client.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like, and a lot of times you'll see shops, they'll convince people, oh, it's supposed to ride like that.
It's
a race
supposed
car.
to turn off at the stoplight.
It's supposed to turn, like, it's not though, right?
Yeah. And
just because they haven't figured it out doesn't mean that's how it's supposed to be. Sometimes it is, but usually there's a way around it, right? And just like this thing is like, it's like jerking, and it's like, I drove, I was like, oh, this is bad. And then I talked to him, he's like, yeah, he's like, I talked to the you know, the other people, and they're like, it's gonna have some aggressive kind of jerk. I was like, yeah, it's gonna have some aggressive shifting, but this is
way beyond.
So that's why earlier you saw it in the air. We're adding some fluid to the transmission, make sure the fluid levels in the transmission are where they're supposed to be. And then apart from that, the next thing that we want to do to this thing is we're going to be testing out the NITROUS system, making sure everything's purging and doing what it needs to do. We're going to have to definitely run it on the heaters, so the car's going to have to run it on the heaters. We're probably not going to be able to have the bottle heaters out there. We're going to have them out there, but I see, so there's the plug right there. You can, but because you can doesn't mean that you should.
True.
Right? So it's a heating element, so it's going to be drawing a lot of power, and I'd rather not run it off the car. So once you get to the track, there's a few areas that are going to have power. If we don't have the ability to do that, then we'll just try and keep the bottles warm. I know he wanted a 9-second pass, so that's one of the goals, is to get him a 9-second pass, and we'll see, because the problem is the event for tomorrow is a 1/8 mile event.
Okay.
So the track's only being prepped for 1/8, which 1/8 is cool, but
we're trying to go
to do a quarter passes. Yeah. So the second half of the track isn't going to be prepped. So the safety aspect of that definitely has to come into mind. You know, be smart about it and see what we could do. Then also with this vehicle, when we got it, his suspension setup that he has isn't adjustable.
So while Josh is getting the NITROUS set up in there, they're straight gutting this one.
How does this come out?
Jesus. Little weight reduction.
Oh yeah.
Damn. So to add on to the weight reduction, they took off the 22-inch Forgiatos, threw on the Sticky Mickey Thompsons. Yeah, this thing is stripped.
Do you want to take this overkill everything sweatshirt too?
Oh yeah, I gotta get all the weight out of there. And why are we?
What's right now?
Bet you guys have never seen a HELLCAT Durango look like that. About to freeze the windshield wiper in half.
Yeah, that's not the best. I don't know why they put that there, but so basically, the previous place where it was done, I guess they had some issues with the button. I was gonna go get a button, but I don't got time for that. So basically, what I did is you can just take the positive and negative. But one's like a ground, which is like the signal wire. The other one's gonna be positive, and just
Mess with them a little bit.
So it looks like we got some spray coming through. So we'll head on over. We'll finish getting everything set, and then we'll start heading that way. You gonna take your car?
Yeah.
Okay.
So red car is good to go. How much power does this Evo have?
Evo makes around 600 horsepower. It's one of our track cars.
Okay. New and old. That's pretty dope. Leaving now. Got a cool lineup. 2 TRACKHAWKs, 1 HELLCAT Durango, and then the Drift Cat. Now this is a lineup. Shit. That's crazy. Lot of money. Lot of money in this parking lot. So this one's running on Ignite or E85?
It's Ignite. They're both on Ignite.
Both of
Anytime you go to the track,
Kill mode.
yeah, it's a safer fuel, right?
Okay.
So it's just like switching to E85 instead of pump gas isn't always just power. It's
Burns
reliability.
cooler and all the extra
At the end of the day, like I tell people, it's easy to make all the power. That's why I tell people don't ever look at what a shop car does. That's good, because they gonna be willing to blow that car up most of the time,
Yeah.
right?
They're not gonna care.
And the customer cars ain't gonna be nowhere near that fast, right? So that's what I'm saying. Every time we take one of these out, we always are gonna err on the side of safety. So when we go to the track, we're gonna do E90 instead of E85. We always gonna go E85 instead of 91. And that way
Okay.
it keeps it safe.
Nice, nice. So Durango's all ready to go. TRACKHAWK's all ready to go. I would love to be racing today, but my car is just not set up for it yet. I need axles, I need a drive shaft, and I need sticky tires. But once I have those 3, it's over with. But that's pretty much going to be the end of this video. Thank you guys for watching. I appreciate it. Make sure you like, subscribe, comment, share, hit the bell, thumbs up, all that stuff. Stay tuned for next video. Going to be a bunch of drag racing content. And I'll see you guys in the next video. Doses.